Hi, boys and girls. Well, today we have a friend who has a problem, and this story is called Dr. Pompos Nose. So I can see that this artist has used a pumpkin as a face, and then it's got the stem as the nose, and they've carved out 2 spots for eyes and 1 for the mouth. And Sexton Freeman, well, that's the person who wrote the story. And Jost Elfers was the person who took the pictures. I think they did a pretty good job. Let's find out about Dr. Pompos Nose. What the problem is. Oh, here are our characters. Our characters are the pumpkins that are going to be in the story. So we've got Mrs. Gordon, we've got Jack, Nimkin, Dr. Pompo, Sarah B., Mrs. Sniffin, and Uncle Wrinkle. These are the characters in our story. Here we have Pumpkin rolling around. Just rolling around, but having a good time. Seems like on our title page of Dr. Pompos Nose that he's found a stem. I think maybe somebody's lost their nose, maybe? Who knows? Rolling on his morning rounds, Dr. Pompo froze. What was that upon the ground? Could it be a nose? Along came Uncle Wrinkle, who asked Dr. P, "What's that you've got there, Pompo? It's hard for me to see." "It seems to be a nose, I think," said Pompo to his friend. "I guess someone has lost it, and now it's standing on its end." Wrinkle frowned. "Why, Dr. P, it's nothing of the kind. An absent-minded gardener has left that thing behind. It's a tool for gardening, as everybody knows. Someone had to dig up weeds before they grew this rose." Okay, so he's seen a rose, and he thinks that this is perhaps a gardening tool. Dr. Pompo, I don't think he looks so sure. I still think that he thinks it's a nose. Oh, looks like someone else is coming. Nimkin said, "No, I think this thing's a horn for calling the sheep. It's useful when you need them, and they've all gone to sleep." So Nimkin thinks that it's a horn, and you can see him blowing. He's blowing really hard, so his eyes are shut. "It's a horn, all right," laughed Jack, "but not for blowing notes. I've seen something just like this upon the heads of goats." Now he thinks it's a horn on a head of an animal. Well, they've all got interesting ideas, but I don't think this is solving our problem. They're all trying. Mrs. Gordon disagreed. "It's a horn to hear. Everything sounds clearer when you put it in your ear." And these guys over here are like, "What? What is she talking about?" And this one's like, "Oh, I don't think so." They're trying to solve the problem of what this is. They've all got pretty good ideas. "Maybe it's a fossil of an ancient dinosaur," said Sarah B. excitedly, and she looked at it some more. So she thinks that it's the bone from a dinosaur. I don't know. Good heavens, said Mrs. Sniffen. And how do you do the boat? I drop it over there. We thought that out be by bows. A what? A who? Can you say that a bit better? And I noticed on this pumpkin that something is missing. This one has it. This one has it. But not this one. And when you know the nose, it makes it very hard to talk. And they don't have a nose, so it's very hard. Let's try it again. The bibbins, said Mrs. Sniffen. About to do by bow, by bopping it over there, be dot that out be bib by doze. Sounds like she's asking for help. Okay. Dr. Pompo put it back, right between her eyes. She thanked him while the others just looked in dumb surprise. I think there's still a problem. If I look very carefully, I don't think it's the right way round. I think perhaps Mrs. Sniffen may still have a problem. But that will by be boba, to bip that bipple bows, by bees so bad, I get by burst by and need drop off by doze. What? This is really hard to read when you have no nose. Try it, when you like it, your voice sounds very different and it makes it harder to talk. Kind of like when you have a really bad cold. I still don't think they've put that nose on right because she's still hard to understand. Let's try it again. Bebet whip I beam boba to bip that bittle bows. I be so bad, I guess I bust and bees wipe bop my doze. I get it. When she leaned over to sniff the rose, she sneezed really hard and her nose flew off. What? I don't think that really happens. But I guess it might if you're a pumpkin. So, said Dr. Pompo, Miss Sniffen's good as new, and I hope that all of you pumpkins had learned a thing or two. No matter what the problem, it is often the case that the answer is as simple as the nose upon your face. So if ever you have a problem, look around carefully for a solution, and you just might be able to solve the problem. And always persevere. Never give up. Never surrender. Try, and think of different ways to solve the problem. And just might succeed. But I still don't think Mrs. Sniffin's going to be able to talk right. And then lots of pumpkin faces. Well, boys and girls, I want you to think about a time you had a problem. And did you try again to solve it? Did you think of different ways that you could solve the same problem? Scroll on down and see what else we can do today.